when it really comes to getting briquettes hot though, and my wife can tell you that I've used anything and everything to get coals hot. These work the best. This is the Weber, or the Weber, some call it the Weber. It's huge. It'll hold most of the things that I need to do right here, and I can have coals ready in about 15 to 20 minutes.
All right,
okay?
let me interrupt you. Do the families need to bring their own?
Yes.
The moms, huh?
Yes.
How much is that, and where do we get it?
There's about $20. In fact, right now is the perfect time to go buy them at Home Depot's got them. I've checked recently, and Meyer, I believe, has them.
Okay.
This is the best.
Called the cold chimney.
Don't be satisfied with the cheaper one. There's a cheaper one. It's a smaller, and it just. I burned out one of those. This is a chimney. Yeah,
I
this is
wonder
it.
if some
This
of
is
the
a
scout
cold.
units might have some too. If you have to go buy it, check your scout unit and see if they have some.
Yeah, they might have one.
Mark, now if you're going to use it for the trek and nothing else, the cheapie from Walmart's going to cut it, right?
It will take longer.
Yeah.
And a couple of these mills, you'll need all these coals and some more. Okay. This mill, this is the toughest mill I think to cook. Okay, and that's why we do it pretty much early on, the first afternoon. This is what I'm providing. I'm providing all food. Okay, all food. I will provide. Seems like there's a couple other things.
Charcoal.
And the charcoal. On the morning, I'm going to give you all your food in one or two boxes. Literally in a couple. I'll go buy some moving boxes, and I'll say, here's all your food. Good luck. You need 2 Dutch ovens. Okay. 2 12s is really what you need. 2 12s. This is a 12. This is a 12 deep. If you notice how much deeper it is, than this one here. Okay. It takes a little bit more coals to get my 12 deep, but I'd like my 12 deep. I'll cook most of the meals in my 12 deep. Because I like this one today will be in my 12 deep. I'll cook it. Okay, yes.
While Mark prefers the 12 deep, he's assured me you can fit your meal in the regular number 12, so make sure you have at least 2 number 12s. Before you go out and buy new Dutch ovens, check with your scout troop or ward members to see if they have some. If you do need to buy them, see if you can get some that are already pre-seasoned. I've been lucky and found some at Walmart for a good price from time to time. I prefer the Lodge brand. If you don't get one pre-seasoned, you'll have to season it before the trip.
One other thing I will not provide that you definitely need. You need a stock pot. Okay. And that's what we're going to cook our meal in today, is our stock pot. Okay, and we're going to cook biscuits in one of the Dutch ovens. You're going to have coals. You're going to cook on coals. In a pit.
Not wood.
In a pit. Okay. Let's get our coals going. Okay. Here's a couple key things you need to know about coals. Okay. And I'm just going to give you probably 2 of these. Is probably what you need. I haven't made any total calculation, but about 2 of these. Okay. Is what you really need. Okay. And for this meal, we're gonna cook our potatoes, and we're also gonna do it here. And so we need coals for 2 things. Now, there is a trick here. If you need coals in 10 minutes, fill this thing about 3/4 the way up, and you'll have coals in about 10 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to do this in about to there, but we have a lot of prep work, and so I'm good to go about right there. This is pretty much a full. Okay. Now, here, let me show you another trick. We'll just get this fire going. I need some paper to start this, and the best paper you'll ever find is what's right on your. Just make sure you don't tear off so much that your coals can come undone. Maybe a bungee cord, a rope. I don't think they had bungee cords then, but a rope around here after you tear off that will give you something to keep your coals. You definitely don't want your coals wet. Okay, and so I just take and make 2 or 3 bundles of these 3 layers, and I tell you that it's got a little coal on it, and it catches really, really fast. And some people say, well, this will not light, but it absolutely will. And that's about all you need.
So you'll provide us with matches too, right?
Yes. Yeah, all you gotta do is just light this.
So did you say we need 2 of those or 1 of those? 2 Dutch ovens
One,
and 1
one
of
is
those?
should be okay.
Okay.
One of
One,
these is okay.
one chimney, 2 Dutch ovens.
2 Dutch ovens.
One chimney, 2 Dutch ovens,
Look at that go.
and I'm telling you, those coals. Trust me, you'll see it. Okay. While that's cooking.
Each participant is to bring their own pie tin and spoon for their meals. Next, Mark's going to cover a few things the Ma's and Pa's need to plan to bring in order to prepare the meals.
Okay, a couple of key things. Here's a recommendation. You're gonna, years ago I came up, I found something like this, and then that one finally packed. So I call my portable kitchen. This is my portable kitchen, and in here I can pretty much cook anything, or serve anything from my portable kitchen. And then I actually wore out one, and then Linda was gracious enough to make me a new one some years back, with some design improvements. And it really does have, it has my knife in it. It has my, in this case, I'm going to do soup, so I'm going to do my soup spoon. I'm going to serve it out of there in my ladle and my whisk, and this is my favorite spoon because I can scrape the bottom and keep the bottoms clean and keep it clean because it's got a flat edge. I'd always recommend one of these in every kitchen.
So do we need to bring that kind of thing?
Yes, you are responsible for your own utensils. Okay, every Ma and Pa. And then and then in here I just got everything, including a can opener.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's just got everything in here. In fact, if I wanted to measure something, I've got even one of these. There's a quarter, and then there's a third cup.
That's all you need.
Okay, I don't need really anything else. I don't need a half cup because if I need a half cup, I just use 2 quarters or 3/4, 3 of these, okay, which are pretty handy. And then if I need a third cup or 2/3 cup, then I use 2 of these. If I need a whole cup, I need 4 of these, okay. I'm not sure if I'm ever that particular on stuff. Okay? But what's nice about it is it just folds away. It just kind of folds up, and then it joins into my other. Okay?
Do you remember where you got those at?
Well, I can't remember. You can get it at Meyer. I think we got this. Did we get this at Meyer?
I've seen it before.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all over there.
These are pretty cool because they
Bed Bath and
collapse.
Beyond.
Apparently, you don't do a lot of cooking in your home.
Okay. You will want something to salt and pepper.
away.
Okay. This is my salt and
I'll have a
pepper.
pair of those.
I don't provide any pepper. Okay. But like this meal today requires quite a bit of pepper and salt because it's potatoes.
It absorbs
It
all
just
the
won't be the same without good salt and pepper. So I just keep some here.
Are you taking that stuff out so we can take a picture?
If you want.
Just take that out
I just
so we can
I just
sort
didn't
of
want to
see
take
it
too
all.
much time. Okay, we got to get cutting. You guys got a lot to do here.
work to do.
Okay. I even have a meat thermometer, and I highly recommend a meat thermometer. Okay. This is a meat thermometer I keep with me at all times.
Is that for the T-bone steaks?
Actually, I cook steak. I cook fish. I cook hams. You guys are going to cook a ham.
Oh, we are doing ham.
You guys are. This is
Like it's a raw
this is
ham
a
or
portable
something, or
cup.
just warming it.
It is a raw ham.
Yes, that was in there. I believe that comes off. This is a portable cup for me. Okay, I've had that one.
5.
Okay, what's the final word?
spelled out
Live
F-I-V-E.
chickens or no live chickens?
Okay.
In addition to this visual reference, Ma's and Pa's should receive a complete list by email of all the items that they'll be expected to have in their hand cart.
Okay. This I will put. This is actually soap. This is actually
okay,
soap.
soap.
This right here. I need to refill it, obviously.
Small soap.
So some soap. You guys need to make sure you have some way to wash your dishes. Okay. We don't want anybody to get dysentery or something I actually do have it. I do actually have a set of spoons, though. Because some things do require precise measurement.
Now we'll begin to prepare the meal. We're going to take 10 potatoes. We're not going to peel them, wash them off, cut them up, put them in the pot. 2 onions, or 1 large, chopped, and then 3 stalks of celery that's diced. We'll also add 8 cubes of chicken bouillon, and you don't have to write any of this down because you'll receive all of these menus in your participant journal. Once everything's been added into the pot, Mark fills it up with water just above the surface of the potatoes. The little wire piece to the side there that Mark's pouring the coals on is a lid lifter. It'll suspend the pot up above the coals a bit. Eventually, we switched everything from the pot into a Dutch oven. As Mark explained, it cooks a lot quicker, but he wanted to show us how to cook out of the pot when we get ready to boil water.
I use this for a lid, so when I take my lid off of my Dutch oven, I don't have to set it on the ground. I set it
Oh,
on
so
that.
that's a good thing to have.
Dutch
But what's
oven,
that?
really.
That's a Dutch oven one?
Lid rest.
A lid rest.
And
Lid rest?
In addition to the stock pot, you'll want to make sure you bring a lid. And you'll notice Mark has those long metal tongs that help him manipulate those hot coals and get them right where he wants them.
Okay, now we got that.
Here you can see we've switched everything over to the Dutch oven. Mark will be putting the lid back on with the lid lifter. You may want to practice a bit with this so you don't dump hot ashes into your meal, which would ruin it.
Oh, here's another tool you need.
So camp stoves are a no-no.
If you have a pair of channel locks, they'll probably work just great. But again, you may want to practice just so you don't tip that lid.
Anyway, ashes in food is pretty much a ruined meal.
So we need a lid lifter also.
Yes, you need a lid lifter.
If you don't have a lid lifter, would pliers work?
Yeah.
back of the hammer.
Make sure
Back of the hammer.
Make sure you use gloves. Bring a
Leather
heavy
gloves,
duty,
good.
the kind that comes up to here kind of glove.
Right, like the barbecue
Because
kind.
this is hot. This is. I can't put my hand closer than that. I mean, that is just blazing hot.
Now that Mark's got coals on top and bottom of the Dutch oven, we're really cooking. Going to bring this to a boil and simmer until the potatoes are within about 15 minutes of being finished. At that time, we're going to drain off a couple cups of stock. This determines how creamy your soup will be as we add the half and half, and the bacon and the cream with mushroom soup, cheese, and stir until it's creamy.
Okay, does that make sense? Because then then what does it say to do?
Drain off 1 to 2 cups of stock. This determines how creamy your soup will be. If you drain 2 cups, then your soup will be more creamy.
See that they're already ash, right? So they're starting to go down. In this case, I'm just trying to boil this, right, which is about 112 to 220.
Yeah.
But when I put this many coals on, that's gonna be about. The rule is this.
25 degrees for
It's about 20 degrees per cube, 20 to 25. If this is a 12, this is a 12, and so I add 2 more to the top, 2 less to the bottom. But this is a 12 deep, and so I probably will add 4 extra to the top, or so 4 or 5. Unless they start getting light, then like some of these are already pretty thin, so that's why I put a few extra. Plus, I'm trying to heat this and boil water. Just remember, when this comes off, all you gotta do is serve it up, right? And put the crackers, and you're done for this meal. But remember, I wanted to teach you how to cook biscuits. And that's a kind of a different animal. I've learned from cooking biscuits to how to cook biscuits.
Respect.
Yeah, this is all you have. So when you get to this stage, you're almost done. So you just kind of kick back and talk about how the day's going with your crew, you know. Okay. So.